Start recording. Stop record. Speech off.
Hello guys, if any of you have followed some of my videos on, talking about the Clifford the Big Red Dog products, like the TV show, not the products, but the projects that are going on, like the series that's being worked on by, Scholastic, and the movie that's being produced by Paramount and all that stuff. If you guys have followed me on that, well, here's something I found out about it, and it's really weird. Okay, you know how Emily Elizabeth had the last name of Howard won this adaptation? It's not. The last name just happened to be Camp. Yeah, you heard that right. Emily Camp. No middle name, just a first and a last. But you know, the dog, Clifford is still in it, but the name of the actual lead character and the person that is behind the voice and the actual, not the voice, but probably the person that's playing Emily is Darby Camp. Do you see a resemblance? Do you see a coincidence happening right now? Well, I know what the plot will be, according to what this website said on May 28th, which happened about almost 2 months ago. So basically, this girl, Emily Camp, struggles in school or something, but yet finds this little dog. And when it grows really big, he was the main focus of a genetics company, and they wanted to know, I'm assuming they wanted to know why he got so big. But, on IMDb, it says, a girl's love for a tiny red puppy makes the dog grow to an enormous size. That's the basic plot of any Clifford the Big Red Dog media. Whether it be a book, a TV series, a movie, that's the simple plot. But I found this movie plot weird. Now, don't get me wrong, this is for newcomers and not... this kind of sounds strange to me. I don't know if I'm going to even like this. The name sounds weird, and her uncle is being played by Jack Whitehall, whom her uncle is also Uncle Whitehall. Do you see a connection here? So it looks like the characters are using the actors/actresses' last name. That kind of sounds weird to me. They have never done a live-action Clifford the Big Red Dog anything. No TV series, no movie. They've always done animated. It's always been animated, I think. And I find this weird, okay? Let me know your opinion down in the comments below. If you are a Clifford the Big Red Dog fan, if you are a Clifford the Big Red Dog fan and you think this is weird along with me, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I mean, come on. Tell me this isn't weird. I'm gonna go back to that article. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna enter on it. I had the speech turned down. You see, this is not made up. This was put up by a true website. So if you think this is a made up article, the only made up article I've seen is by the Ideas Wiki. Because that is an idea. This is not an idea. This is real.
Jack Whitehall, Big Little Lies actress to star in Clifford, the Big Red Dog adaptation exclusive heading level 1. Craft Curd Darling Link Wall Art Let the Pints and Let the Who is Struggling to Fit the Books by Norman Bridwell. Follow the misadventure A.T. Blank.
I'm gonna have Jaws read it because yes, I have Jaws running. It's a screen reader. I don't try to get a speaker, of course. I'll let it go.
The Books by Norman Bridwell follow the misadventures of a giant red dog and his owner, a girl named Emily Elizabeth. The movie will see Emily Camp, who is struggling to fit in at home and at school, discover a small red puppy who is destined to become her best friend. When Clifford magically undergoes one heck of a growth spurt, becomes a gigantic dog and attracts the attention of a genetics company, Emily and her uncle Casey Whitehall have to fight.
Okay, I'll let it keep going.
The forces of greed as they go on the run across New York City. Along the way, Clifford affects the lives of everyone around him and teaches Emily and her uncle the true meaning of acceptance and unconditional love. Blank.
So that's basically it. I had Jaws read it out, section by section. So, I didn't get all the details, but what I got, that is kind of weird. I mean, did you see in the show, the flashback episode of Clifford the Big Red Dog where Emily received her puppy? I do not recognize that at all. What I remember from watching the show is Emily wanting a puppy, not finding it to see how it would help her when struggling at home or at school. So she's trying to fit in. She's having trouble trying to fit in at home and at school. Hey, we all have those problems. But in the show, what people remember is Emily wanting a puppy, wanting a dog. Because in that episode, it was her birthday, and she blew out the candles, and her mom asks, "You didn't happen to wish for a dog, did you?" And then she actually revealed that she did wish for a dog. And then, you kind of know the rest if you saw the show. But what I had Jaws read out to you is not what the average fan or enthusiast about Clifford the Big Red Dog would know about. It's just not the same. But, however, it is a new generation, and it is for kids, and I'm fine with that. I thought it would be a girl's love for a tiny red puppy makes the dog grow to an enormous size. I do not know how this plot will make a movie last. Oh, well, maybe it'll have more of an explanatory plot, who knows. But that's just the basic plot line. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this. But, when talking about a movie and making sure that you got the plot right, when sending it out to other people, on a website that pretty much everyone is going to view. You want to know you got it right, and you want to make sure you got the article on there just in case people do not have access to that website. But if you want to know, I believe it's the Daily Reporter. I don't know. Just look up Clifford the Big Red Dog 2020 film, and you'll see Jack Whitehall, Darby Camp, whatever. You'll see those two actors in a heading. So I'm kind of interested in this, but I probably wouldn't see it. But who knows? As time goes on, there's not even an actor for the actual dog's voice. Will the dog actually have a voice? I mean, sure, the dog will be animated, not live action. The dog will not be some German Shepherd or some Great Dane or something. It's going to be a red dog. I mean, how many of you guys know of a red dog in the world? A real red dog. Right. right. You guys don't know about that? What? So instead of Emily being with her parents, wait a minute, maybe she would be. You see, this is basically where inferencing comes in. Maybe she does live with her parents, and she's trying to figure out how she's gonna fit in. And maybe she's at school and she's trying to fit in, and maybe her uncle tells her to live with him or whatever. I don't know. This is kind of where inferencing comes in. Where do you think this person, Emily, is going to be living at in the film? Because it talks about her uncle. This isn't going to be some run-of-the-mill 1 hour film. And how do I know that? Because how could all that plot happen in an hour? I'm sure it's gotta be about over an hour and 20 minutes. It's gotta be over that. Hey, I'm not the producer of the film. I am not the person who's doing the voices or whatever. I am just bringing out the news just so that people on my channel can look at it. You know? And because of it, I just hope people get to know about the film. Because this film is happening November of 2020. November 13th, actually. And Rebecca Spark, this film is not entirely live action. You know what is live action? The other characters, not the dog. The dog, I repeat, is animated, not live action. It's animated. Get it? Animated. It's animated. You got that? If you don't, then you're still stupid. I'm sorry, not stupid. You're just living under a rock. You're just living under a rock. Besides, who watches that stuff? Probably little kids. I do not know. And it still has Clifford the Big Red Dog. It's just a different name, okay? That's what I get about it. But, you know, I don't even know if her middle name is going to be Elizabeth. Ugh. Having the last name as the actress itself, I mean, I can understand that. If. I mean, sure, they picked her because she's the right size. They've announced 2 actors for the film and no sign of any actor to voice the dog. No problem. I bet they'll come out with that. Because that film's over a year away, they'll probably come out with more news once that is available. And of course, I'll bring it out to you guys. But what do you think about a girl trying to figure out how to fit in at home or at school? Home and at school, and finding a little red dog, a little small red puppy who's destined to become her best friend. I kind of see this as one of those introductory, that's kind of hard to pronounce. Introductory moments where a kid doesn't know it's dog and they'd have to get used to each other. This isn't going to be, Greg Delisle voicing a character. However, I'm wondering how the voice will sound. Probably like an actual little kid. And besides, adult actors and actresses sounding like kids, that's kind of ridiculous in my book. Teen/adult actors, it would probably have to be a little kid itself. But, some people, when they do live action, you take the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action films. Did the people that play the turtle characters do the voices? No, they had separate voices. I'm wondering if that's the case for all the other characters. Probably so. But I'm just using Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as an example. Now, the only difference is with the Batman live action, with Adam West and all them, when they did the Batman live action series, Adam West voiced Batman while doing the actions of Batman back in the 60s. But that was back in the 60s. We're now in a day and age where we got CGI, which is computer graphic imagery, I think. And we have animation. We have live action. We have a lot of, things that it could be possible that Emily Camp could be voiced and played by Darby Camp herself. Now, we don't know that. Now, also another live action show, take Lazy Town. Stephanie from the Lazy Town TV series was voiced by and played by the same person. Mariana Rose and Mariello, I think. And then played by Chloe Lang back in 2013. You kind of see what I'm saying here. Some live action characters can be played and voiced by the same person. Now that's what I get. Now, If I was playing a pirate in a live action, movie or TV show, I wouldn't be playing and voicing the same character, I don't think. But who knows? A play is live action, because you don't got animated. Because a play, basically, you have a stage. And you have actors in costumes that play the same thing. That's kind of live action, you see? In Ninja Turtles, it's different, I'm guessing, because who would like to play and voice a Ninja Turtles character? That's what I thought. Anyways, back to my main topic. The characters in the Clifford the Big Red Dog movie could be played and voiced by the same person, but I don't know that. I am not the person that is doing this. I'm just making my guess and my own opinion. But who knows, I could be right. We'll have to see come November 13th when that movie comes out. That won't be until 2020. Mind you, that will be a year away. A lot of films are coming out in 2020. There's that SpongeBob movie, there's that Scooby-Doo movie. Oh, and by the way, in Scooby-Doo was animated, and yet the other characters were live action. See, that's the thing that's going to be with Clifford the Big Red Dog. It's going to be like that Scooby-Doo movie, where Scooby-Doo was animated, and where the other people, like the human characters, were like live action. And Scooby-Doo had a voice. See, think of it like that. Although that was back in 2002 and 2003. 2002, 2003. And in 2009 and 2010, respectively. So yeah, think of it like that. I can't believe we're actually doing, I can't believe that we're actually getting this film. Even though the Emily character has a different name, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, goodbye.